Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I'm coming to you live from Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, for Lou Tompkins All-Star League 18 and under summer baseball game between Brookline and Haverhill, but a bit of a unique situation as the count to the Haverhill leadoff hitter is currently 2-1. But just to explain the situation as quickly as I can, Haverhill couldn't get enough players out here. Only 7 of their players showed up, so as this one's hit foul for strike 2. So what we've got going on here is this game will count as a forfeit. Brookline gets the win regardless of what happens in this game. Brookline adds a win to their record. Haverhill adds a loss. The kids still want to play baseball, so what they've done is they've taken a couple of guys off the Brookline bench and they've sent them over to play for Haverhill today, and this is basically going to be a scrimmage. That's going to start with an infield pop-up to first for out number 1. So we are still going to play baseball. It's just not going to be for, the usual. It's not going to be the usual what we're used to here. That first pitch to the second batter hits the zone for strike 1. That one is inside for ball 1. On the mound for Brookline today is number 2, Ben Cody. So, this game technically won't count towards his season stats, but he's been pitching very well this summer. As that one misses low and away for ball 2. This one's sliced foul for strike 2. And truly, you never know what you're going to get with summer ball. We've already had some weird games so far this season, as this one is a shot out to left. Diving catch was made by Devin Chin for out number 2. Let's check out the replay on that one. That was pretty sweet, actually. As number 5 flies out to left. Just laid out for it at the last second. Now batting is number 19 as he takes strike 1. That one is sliced, strike 2. That one comes in high for ball 1. And this one's going to be hopper over to first. It's fielded by Elias Brendel, and he takes it himself for out number 3. So Ben Cody puts the Haverhill hitters down in order. And now we move to the bottom of the first. So for now, as we get ready for the bottom of the first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for Brookline today. Leading off for Brookline, the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Batting second, the left fielder, number 3, Devin Chin. Batting third, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doktoroff. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 27, Elias Brendel. Batting fifth, the extra hitter, number 15, Owen Hoffman. Batting sixth, The right fielder, number 16, Noah Klein. Batting 7th, the third baseman, number 21, Ellis Martino. Batting 8th, the shortstop, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. Batting 9th, the pitcher, number 2, Ben Cody. And batting 10th, the center fielder, number 42, Max Kaufman. And then the two players on the Brookline bench who are going to be playing for Haverhill today. First off, the first baseman, number 4, Finn Collins, who you can see right there on your screen warming up. And then out in right field is number 18, Ben Rosenblatt. So a strange bit of irony that the first game I am calling for Finn Collins, he's not even playing for Brookline. He's playing in a scrimmage for the other team just so they have enough guys. But, you know, after the intensity of last night's game in Cambridge, you know, this could be kind of a, you know, a fun, you know, more casual game for Brookline. We got a note in the live chat from Alan Rosenblatt. Hi, Jesse, Ellen, and Alan Rosenblatt, grandparents of Adam and Ben Rosenblatt. Go Brookline. Well, Alan and Ellen, this is this is going to be a funny one for you, because Ben's actually playing for the other team. He's playing for Haverhill today. So, you know, maybe you can count this as a little bit of a cheat day. Root a little bit for the other team as your grandson operates as a sort of volunteer to play for the other side. We got some clouds and we got some wind going right now. There is some rain in the forecast for later tonight, so if this game ends up running long, they might just cut it short, considering there's no official result to be determined. But for now, we've got a game to play. Leading off for Brookline, second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. He takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Sawada missed a chunk of games over the past week and a half abouts, but now back and gets to, well, he gets to play. You know, maybe a scrimmage, but he's still getting to play baseball. As he hits one up the middle, takes a weird hop off the second base bag. That one would have been a tough play to make even if the shortstop had chased that down, but once it took that weird hop off the bag, there was no chance there. And I don't think there's any problem with giving Sawada a clean single on that one. I mean, not that these results are going to be added to the official season stats for these guys, but still. That first pitch fouled to the backstop. Now batting is the left fielder, number 3, Devin Chin. Sawada, big lead off from second, and he's just going to take off on a delay and take it pretty casually there. Pitch was strike 2 to Chin. So a runner at second now, 0-2 the count to Chin. And fouls that one off and stays alive. Chin was really one of the heroes for Brookline in their comeback win against Cambridge last night. Started off their 7th inning rally with an infield single and Ended up coming all the way around to score on a passed ball to tie the game at 1, as that one misses low and in for ball 1, and Sawada takes off as the catcher dropped the ball. And Sawada slides in just safe. Looked for a second like even Sawada thought he might have been out, but on a passed ball, he is down to third. That one comes in over Chin's head, ball 2. And Chin fouls one up the third base side, stays alive at 2-2. In the live chat, Barbara Joe Metzger saying Grandma and Uncle Michael from Buffalo, New York are watching Go Brookline. And, well, Barbara Joe, I'm definitely happy you're tuning in for this one, since it's Keenan's first game back in a little while. Even if it doesn't count, you know, it's still nice to see him getting to play out there. And currently he stands at third, hoping to have the chance to come in to score. That one catches the zone for strike 3. Chin goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Now batting, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doktoroff. Doktoroff was very much the other hero of that 7th inning comeback last night. He reached on a bunt single on a pop-up bunt that the opposing catcher couldn't catch on a dive. The opposing pitcher couldn't catch on a dive, rather. Swings and misses there for strike 1. Doktoroff managed to make it all the way around to third on a steal and that same pass ball that allowed Chin to score. And then he decided to take off and steal during the exchange between catcher and pitcher, as that one hits the inside corner for strike 2. And he ended up scoring what turned out to be the game-winning run on that gutsy steal of home plate. That one to the outside, ball 1. Sawada at third, 1 out in the bottom of the first, no score. Swing and a miss, but the ball is dropped by the catcher, picks it up, throws to first, and that's complete for out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts for number 19 of Haverhill. Brookline hoping they can at least bring in Sawada and get on the board here. Now batting is the first baseman, number 27, Elias Brendel. Takes a ball high. And Brendel launches a shot deep to left center, out of reach for the center fielder. Sawada trots in with the game's first run. Brendel races down to second and is going to hold at second with an RBI double. See if we can get a look at this one. Just an absolute rocket, and Brendel, after going 0 for 3 last night, comes through with a quite the blast there. Puts Brookline on the board 1-0. Now batting is the extra hitter, number 15, Owen Hoffman. That one's going to miss just high, ball 1. Hoffman lifts one into right center. Right fielder is under it as Rosenblatt makes the catch against his teammate for out number 3. Brookline gets 1 on the board in the first inning. And at the end of 1, it's a 1-0 score. And folks, remember, we got plenty more Brookline baseball action. In fact, we've got a game on the docket for this team every day up through Tuesday. That's right, we've got a full gauntlet of games coming here. Tomorrow night, Brookline will be back on the road as they'll take on the Belmont Watertown Co-op at Victory Field in Watertown. And then over the weekend, they're going to be participating in another tournament separate from this Lou Tompkins League. I believe the tournament is just called the Summer Classic. They're going to be playing their first 2 games Friday and Saturday at the New England Baseball Complex in Northborough. And then on Sunday, they play a 3rd game at Doyle Field in Leominster. And then Monday and Tuesday, they're back for more Lou Tompkins play. So a full gauntlet of games. And, you know, barring anything bad happening, I'll have all of them covered. So be sure to stay tuned for a lot more Brookline baseball. First pitch from Cody on the top of the second bounces in for ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Looked like he went for a low fastball that time to number 7. This one sent high but got a little underneath it. And it's a can of corn for Max Kaufman out in center field. That's really the tough thing for hitters when they go up against Ben Cody. He pitches with such movement on his stuff that, you know, sometimes you expect a ball to break more than it does and you get under it and you fly out. Or sometimes it breaks more than you expect and you end up chopping it into a simple grounder or even just whiffing altogether. As that first pitch catches the zone for strike 1. That one outside for ball 1. That one in there, strike 2. Tried to fool him with the curve that time, but he would not bite, ball 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He didn't bite on the low curve, but he bites on the high curve. As he goes down on strikes there, I didn't even see the number. Bit hard to see the numbers through the first base coach at this moment. But current batter swings and misses, strike 1. That one dips low and away, ball 1. That one's a low, ball 2. And that one skips in for ball 3. Pitches getting away from Cody now. He's had some of the best control, or really by far the best control of any Brookline pitcher this summer so far. Just 1 walk to his name. That one catches the high corner, strike 2. So we got a full count. 2 down, bases empty here in the top of the second. Swing and a miss. Goes low with the curve that time and gets the batter chasing. Back-to-back strikeouts. end the inning. And we move to the bottom of the second. Score still 1-0 Brookline. Due up for Brookline will be their 6, 7, 8 hitters, Klein, Martino, and Sheehan. And, you know, one shout out I want to make sure we make during this live stream. How about a shout out to the umps who, even with this no longer being an official league game, decided to stick around and officiate this unofficial scrimmage. You know, I always say, you know, be good and respectful to the officials in any sport. They do a thankless job for basically no pay. And if we take them for granted and abuse the privilege of having them here, they'll leave. And then we won't be able to have the game. But, you know, a special shout out for today for these guys that aren't, you know, required by the league to be here but are staying here anyway to make sure these kids can play. Count is 1-1 to the Brookline leadoff hitter, the right fielder, number 16, Noah Klein. That one going to miss to the outside, ball 2. That's going to be ball 3. Klein has so far this summer proved himself a capable on-base guy. Currently has a team-leading 5 walks during the Lou Tompkins season. And that one won't be added to his season record, but for the sake of this game, that will still count as yet another walk as Klein gets to trot down to first. Now batting is the third baseman, number 21, Ellis Martino. Or no, that's not Martino. That's the shortstop, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. So they switched up the batting order on me. Maybe Martino is batting after him, or maybe Martino's not batting at all. Sheehan lifts one out to right, and that's going to drop in. And that'll be a single for Mayfield-Sheehan. So runners at first and second now, as Ben Cody is going to come to the plate. Not sure if they've got Martino warming up in the bullpen or something like that, as Cody takes strike 1. But if they want him to be in the batting order at all, they've, you know, at the very least got to make him bat after Max Kaufman, who is on deck behind Cody. And it's currently an 0-2 count to Cody with nobody out. And Cody goes down on strikes. Third strikeout of the day so far for Haverhill's number 19. Now coming up, the center fielder, number 42, Max Kaufman. First pitch in there, strike 1. And it looks like Martino is going to come in come back from warm-ups, perhaps just in time to come to the plate. We'll see. Kaufman is down to his final strike. 0-2 the count to the Brookline center fielder. And there's strike 3. So a couple of quick strikeouts from number 19, Rush Ellis Martino, back from bullpen warm-ups that he was throwing back and forth with Sasho Esch. And he takes a high ball 1 there. Martino hits a grounder over to short, and it's bobbled, and Martino is going to reach. Borderline infield single there. You know, it was a lot of chaos in the spot that he placed it. Klein was running through. Both the third baseman and shortstop were trying for it. And now we've got, I think we've got Sasho Esch coming to the plate as an extra hitter now. Brookline just wants everyone to get a chance to play here in this one. And then we'll cycle to the top of the order with Sawada. That one high and away, ball 2. Esch, a man known more as a pitching specialist for Brookline, but getting a chance to see the plate here as he takes strike 1. 2-1 the count, bases loaded, 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Brookline hoping to add to a 1-0 lead. And that's going to be a low ball 3. Sasho Esch, 1 ball away from getting a bases loaded walk here in this unofficial scrimmage. And that's what he's going to get. Ball 4, Esch trots down to first, Klein trots home, and Brookline's got a 2-0 lead. And now we cycle back to the top of the Brookline order, as up comes the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Oh! That one sounded like it stung a little bit. You always hate when you can hear a hit by pitch. But that is going to bring in another run. So after Sawada puts his body on the line to get another run on the board for Brookline, they go up 3-0. The officials are now discussing something. Are they discussing whether Sawada leaned into that? Okay, we're sticking with the hit by pitch call. So Sheehan scores. Sawada down to first. And now with the base still loaded, up comes the left fielder, number 3, Devin Chin, as he takes a high ball 1. Chin went down on strikes his last time up. And takes strike 1 there. Chin hits a hard one, skips past the shortstop. At least 1 run will come in. Esch is being sent around third. He's coming in, and he'll come in to score. Throw gets away. Sawada being aggressive, dives in, and he's under the tag. 3 runs come in for Brookline Off an E6. Martino, Esch, and Sawada all score. Brookline opens things up, goes up 6-0. And now with the runner at second and 2 down, up comes the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. That one skips in the dirt for ball 1. Doctoroff went down on strikes his last time up. He's hoping to keep the rally going for Brookline here as they've put 5 runs on the board in this second inning. That one does hit the zone, strike 1. And that's a high ball 2. That's a high ball 3. That one does catch the zone, strike 2. Full count to Doctoroff. 2 down, runner at second. 6-0 ball game here in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss. Doctoroff goes down on strikes. Inning comes to an end, but Brookline puts a number of runs on the board. At the end of 2, our score, Brookline 6, Haverhill 0. And now Brookline is going to swap out their pitcher, Ben Cody, throwing just 2 innings. Which, makes sense to me. Ben Cody, he's been your best pitcher during the summer season. You don't want to, you don't want to use him too much in a game that ultimately doesn't count. And B, you've got a tournament coming up, so I don't know if Ben Cody's among the players that's going to be in that tournament, but if he is, then he's going to be seeing a lot more of the mound in the coming days, and you want to have him as fresh and available as he can be. And third, you give a chance for other guys who might not have otherwise taken the mound today. You give them a chance to take the mound. I do like letting Cody get a chance to pitch, though. He spends the day warming up, prepping to be a pitcher, and then at the last second it's a scrimmage. You don't want to take him out. You want to give him a chance to throw, get some reps in, but not overuse him. And in the meantime, I think they're putting Martino behind the plate at catcher and putting Doctoroff at third. I think those are the only defensive changes. Sasho Esch. He's had a rough time in the couple of outings he's had on the mound this summer. And, bringing him in a scrimmage might be just what he needs to get back in his rhythm and break out of the pitching slump that he's been in. Because we know from the spring season what an effective pitcher he can be, what a weapon he can be out of the bullpen. And the first batter he's going to face is actually going to be one of his Brookline teammates. As Ben Rosenblatt takes that pitch high and inside. for ball one. Swing and a miss there, strike one. Rosenblatt lifts one out to left, and that's going to drop in for a leadoff single. First base hit of the day for Haverhill, and it comes from a Brookline player. This game is weird. And now number 4 comes to the plate for Haverhill. That one sails way high. Pickoff attempt. Oh, they got him. Rosenblatt thought he dove around the tag. He jumped off first. And Martino saw him and went for the pickoff move. Looked like he almost dove around the tag from Brendel, but not quite. I believe the count to number 4 now is 1-1. A lot of times when there's a throw on the base pads, I get mixed up about the count. And I did get mixed up because, in fact, that was a 2-0 pitch, and that was strike one. That's an inside ball 3. I will say, though, it's so funny seeing Rosenblatt sort of laughing and joking around with his usual teammates, being like, no, you didn't get me. It's all fun and games out here. That one an inside ball 4. And this is the exact thing that Esch has to work off. He's been having trouble with his control so far this summer. And he's got to get that back. It's a low ball, another pickoff attempt, and number 4 just barely slides under the tag. And that one's going to get away from Martino, and number 4 is going to take second base on the wild pitch. That one blocked by Martino, but it is going to be a low ball 3. 7 of Esch's last 8 pitches have missed the strike zone as his control is getting away from him again. That one in the zone, however, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Esch battling back from the 3-0 count. Count's now full. And this one's a chopper over to third. Gets away into left field. Runner's going to hold at third as number 9 reaches on what's either a single or an E5. Esch did a good job getting back in the strike zone, but could not get the out. Runners at the corners now with 1 out. Runner taking off for second, but the pitch fouled off by number 15. That'll be strike one. So it looks like we're back to the top of the order, so Finn Collins might not be in the batting order for Haverhill today. Number 9 takes off again. It's a high ball, and number 9 takes second base unopposed. Second and third now, one out. That one's going to miss low, ball 2. And this one's a high hopper fielded by Doctoroff, going to go to first, get the out, but that will drive in Haverhill's first run on the RBI groundout. Number 4 comes in to score. And now with a runner at third and 2 down, up comes number 5. First pitch, he skies it in range for Brendel, and he catches it for out number 3. Haverhill gets on the board in the top of the third. But Brookline's still with a sizable lead, 6-1. All right, we begin the bottom of the third. Leading off for Brookline, the first baseman, number 27, Elias Brendel. Slices that one over the backstop. Strike one. Brendel got an RBI double to left center his last time up. Now leading off in the inning. That's going to be a high ball 1. That one's going to miss for ball 2. Brendel hits a hard hopper, fielded cleanly by number 24 at second, and just barely gets to first base in time to get Brendel out. Credit to Brendel for running that one out. Rushed the second baseman a bit there, but ultimately he did make the play. Now batting, the extra hitter, number 15, Owen Hoffman. Or I should say an extra hitter, because we got a couple extra hitters on this Brookline roster today, with Esch being an extra hitter as well. That one hits the zone for strike one. 1-1 is the count to Owen Hoffman. That one to the outside, ball two. Big swing and a miss there. Whiffs on the high heat, strike two. And that's strike three. Hoffman down on strikes for out number two. Now batting the right fielder, number 16, Noah Klein. That one in the zone, strike one. That one's going to miss for ball one. Klein lifts one, little high into right field, and center fielder comes over and takes it for out number three. We are through three here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Our score after three, Brookline 6, Haverhill 1. Top of the fourth coming up. Due up for Haverhill will be number 19, number 7, and a guy whose jersey number I missed the last time he was up, so I'll try and get it this time. Sasho Esch back on the mound for his second inning of work. You know, had a bit of a shaky first inning on the mound, but ultimately kept himself composed and finished the job there. In the live chat, we got some notes from Barbara Jo Metzger. Yes, we are excited we can watch Keenan's game tonight. Grateful for the umps. We appreciate you all staying with the with Brookline and Haverhill for the game. And thank you so much for saying that, Barbara. Like I said, I always appreciate fans bringing the good vibes in the live chat. Leading off for Haverhill is the pitcher, number 19. First pitch catches the zone, strike one. Esch went for a low dipping curveball, but crossed the plate before it dipped below the strike zone. This one's a chopper over to second, fielded cleanly by Sawada, thrown to first for out number one. And an at-bat like that is exactly what Esch needs to get back in his rhythm. A 2-pitch out, draws contact right within the range of a fielder for an easy out. Now batting is number 7. First one's a hard hopper, taken off 2 hops by Sheehan, thrown to first, and that'll be out number 2. 3 pitches, 2 outs to start, and now coming up is the first baseman, number 4, Finn Collins. Wasn't able to see him through the first base coach last time, but that guy I missed was actually Finn Collins. Went down on strikes his last time up and chases that curveball low for strike 1. That one is high. That one just flew away from him there. And here's a hard grounder, taken off a couple hops by Sheehan, thrown to first for out number 3. So Esch settling into a rhythm as he puts the Haverhill hitters, or, well, 2 Haverhill hitters and 1 Brookline hitter, down in order with 3 straight infield groundouts, working very efficiently, very low pitch count that inning. That's exactly the kind of stuff that Brookline wants him to build off of and get back to. Because being able to do that is part of what made him just so effective as a reliever for Brookline High during the spring season. Now due up for Brookline will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters. That'll be Caden Sheehan, Ben Cody, and Max Kaufman. Sorry for the brief hesitation there. Just, the original lineup I was given got changed in the middle of an inning. Leading off for Brookline, the shortstop, number 7, Caden Sheehan. First pitch inside, ball 1. Sheehan got the chance to come to the plate for the first time this summer season just last night against Cambridge, as he lifts that one into shallow center, just out of reach for the shortstop. Would have been a great running catch by number 5 had he made it. But instead it will be a leadoff single for Sheehan. 2 straight singles for Caden Sheehan in just, his second sort of game, first sort of scrimmage, that he was able to come to the plate, and he takes second on the wild pitch as Max Kaufman takes ball 1. Wait, did they actually give him the strike there for that half swing he did after? Yeah, they gave him a strike for that. So 0-2. Gets a piece of that one, stays alive. So Cody might have just been taken out of the batting order. Kaufman hits a high hopper over the outstretched glove of the second baseman. Sheehan's rounding third, heading for home. He'll come in to score. Kaufman going down to second on the throw. He slides in safe. And off a strangely high hop, Kaufman gets an RBI single. I mean, you can't call that an E4. I mean, number 24 played that ball as well as he could. It just took a very strange hop. I mean, I've never seen a ball bounce that high off of the infield grass, but just caught the edge at just the right angle. First pitch is going to be ball one here. So it's a 7-1 lead now for Brookline. Kaufman stands at second. That one is also going to miss outside to Martino, ball two. So I do believe they've just taken Cody out of the batting order at this point after taking him off the mound. And that one's a hard hit liner. That's going to go through the left gap. And Kaufman is going to hold at third as Martino gives Brookline their third straight single of the inning. Now batting with runners at the corners and nobody out, the one of the extra hitters, number 24, Sasho Esch, although not an extra hitter anymore. Now he's the relief pitcher as he takes high ball one. That one catches the inside corner, strike one. Esch, his last time up, drew a bases loaded walk to drive in a run. That one misses, and the throw to first got away, and that's going to be easy money for Max Kaufman. Pitch itself was a ball. Run comes in. Brookline now up 8-1. Another throw back to first. Martino dives back safe. That one is low for ball three. 3-1, the count to Esch. And that's going to be ball four. Sasho Esch draws his second straight walk. And now we cycle around to the top of the order with the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. First pitch blows by him, strike one. Sawada so far today, 1 for 1 with a single, hit by pitch, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Lifts one out to left, and within range of number 5. They attempt the pickoff, but they could not complete the double play as Martino dives back to the bag. Sawada almost gets the bloop single to shallow left, but well covered by number 5, the shortstop, for the first out of the inning. Now batting, the left fielder, number 3, Devin Chin. First pitch hits a chopper over to second. It's through the right gap, and rounding third. It's going to be a close place at the plate. No, the throw is high, and Martino is in to score as Esch and Chin both advance on the throw. Devin Chin with an RBI single. Runners at second and third now. Up comes the catcher, number 8, Ben Doktoroff. Esch stands at third, Chin at second. First pitch swung on and missed, strike one. Doktoroff 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts so far. Hoping he can put he's hoping he can put the ball in play here with 2 runners in scoring position. Perhaps get Brookline into double digits. That one catches the inside corner for strike 2. Doctoroff lifts this one into center field. It's going to be caught. And Esch had broke for home, so no chance for a tag up there. That'll simply be out number 2. You know, it was a line drive shot. It wasn't a clear fly out, but it's possible that a guy who's more experienced being on the base paths might have tagged up in that situation. As we've said, Esch usually more of a pitching specialist, not a guy who spends a lot of time on the bases. Now batting is the first baseman, number 27, Elias Brendel. 1 for 2 so far today with an RBI double, as he takes ball 2 there. Grounded out to second his last time up. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it off the catcher's mask, strike 1. Two on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th. That one almost hits him, gets away, and they're saying it hit him. So Brendel gets to trot down to first. Esch doesn't get to come in on what would have been a wild pitch had it not struck Brendel. But the bases are now loaded for the extra hitter, number 15, Owen Hoffman. First pitch in the zone, strike 1. Hoffman 0 for 2 so far today. He has flown out to right and struck out. That one just outside, ball 1. Esch at third, Chin at second, Brendel at first. 2 down here on the bottom of the 4th. Brookline up 8. Swing and a miss there, strike 2. That one misses to the outside, ball 2. And gets a piece of that one and stays alive. Good defensive swing. Count remains 2-2. And he gets a hopper here over the third baseman's head into left field. 1 run already in. Chin racing for home. He's not going to be beat. 2 runs come in as Hoffman and Brendel advance on the throw. Brookline up to double figures, as that one might be scored as a 2-run single. I mean, at the end of the day, there are no official stats coming from this game, so since it's a scrimmage, it doesn't matter much. 11-1, now the Brookline lead. They lead by 10 as up comes the right fielder, number 16, Noah Klein. That pitch low and in, ball 1. You know, I wonder if this scrimmage is going to operate by the standard league mercy rules, as that one misses, gets away, but slowly so the runners don't take off. The mercy rules for the Lou Tompkins League are that if a team leads by 12 or more runs after 5 innings, then the game is over. And we are getting very close to that territory here. A base hit from Klein could get us into that territory, as Klein slices that one foul for strike one. And so I wonder if they would operate on those rules and end this scrimmage after 5 innings if Brookline goes up by 12. That one sliced out of play again, strike two. Brendel at third, Hoffman at second. Two and two, the count to Klein with 2 down. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Brookline leads 11-1. That one comes in low, ball 3. Klein lifts one deep out to right fielder on his horse, and it's just foul. Klein sent that one close to the wall, but just a little too far to the right. And Klein now hits a hopper over to short, fielded cleanly, thrown to first, and they just barely beat Klein to the bag, and that'll be out number 3. We are through 4 now, and at the end of 4, Brookline has taken a double-digit lead over Haverhill, 11-1. During this break between the 4th and 5th innings, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about Brookline Cares. Brookline Cares is a volunteer organization run by Brookline High School students, which seeks to raise awareness and funds to help people experiencing homelessness. Brookline Cares works closely with an organization called the Empowerment Plan. The Empowerment Plan hires and trains those experiencing homelessness to manufacture their special type of coat, known as the Empower Coat, which can double as a sleeping bag. The coats help to keep those struggling with homelessness warm during the colder months of the year, while the jobs manufacturing those coats can help break the cycle of homelessness through gainful employment. Over the past 3 years, Brookline Cares has purchased and distributed over 200 Empower Coats and 1,000 pairs of Bombas socks to local community organizations and emergency departments that care for the homeless, and you can help them bring more warmth to those in need. In the description section of this video, you'll find 2 links. The first one on the website classy.org is where you can donate money to the Brookline Cares team, supporting their efforts to purchase more Empower Coats. The website on wixsite.com is Brookline Cares' own website, where you can find out more about their organization and how you can contact them to find out more. Once again, check out those links down in the description section down below. And Brookline makes another change on the mound. It looks like they're operating with a 2 innings each formula for their pitchers, as in comes number 5, Keenan Sawada, as he takes over for Esch. Esch pitches 2 innings. Looks like they're going to put Doctoroff over at second and put Cody back in play at third. First pitch to number 24, swung on and missed, strike 1. That one misses to the inside, ball 1. Last time up, number 24 went down on strikes to end the second inning. Foul tips this one, strike 2. So this is our first time seeing Sawada pitch this summer. He pitched a couple times last summer. As that one curves, but not enough, stays just inside for ball 2. This one a hard hit grounder, but blocked by Cody. Throw was wide, but Brendel catches it and applies the tag for out number 1. Might not have been pretty, but an out is an out. And that is the first out of the inning. Now batting for Haverhill, the right fielder, number 18, Ben Rosenblatt. Takes that pitch low for ball 1. This has got to be such an interesting experience for Rosenblatt because now he's playing against not just his teammate, but his classmate, Keenan Sawada. As he skies that one, going to stay in the infield, doctor off under it to make the catch. So Rosenblatt pops out to his other fellow senior or fellow recently graduated Brookline High senior as Ben Doctoroff makes the catch. That pitch low and in, ball 1. At the plate right now is number 4, the center fielder. He takes that one outside for ball 2. And that one's going to be outside, ball 3. This one's a hopper over to short, fielded by Sheehan, throws it on the run to first. Boy, he is so clean when fielding at that shortstop position, makes plays like that look routine, and trust me folks, at the high school level, a play like that is not routine. Stabbing the ball around the shoestrings and throwing while still on the run and making that look like a play you make every day. He makes it look easier than it is all I'm trying to say. Haverhill goes down in order in the top of the 5th. As we move to the bottom of the 5th, it looks like we got a new pitcher for Haverhill, number 7. Taking over for number 19. A righty arm, so a bit of a different look. He'll be facing Sheehan, Kaufman, and Martino, I think. I don't know. We've had a number of different batting orders around this part of the order for Brookline today. Not that it matters much, you know, unofficial scrimmage and all, but still. So assuming we're going by the same mercy rules that the league usually employs, if Brookline scores 2 runs this inning, that will end the ball game. Heck, if this were an MIAA game during the high school season, this game would already be over because the rule in the MIAA is 10 runs after 5 innings is the mercy rule. We begin the bottom of the fifth inning, leading off for Brookline, the shortstop, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. He is 2 for 2 so far today with a pair of singles and 2 runs scored. First pitch from number 7 is going to miss for ball 1. That one to the outside. Okay, now it looks like we've come back. Oh my goodness. My apologies for those of you who are watching this live. I don't know what happened. For some reason, the laptop just disconnected from my phone's hotspot for a second. But all you missed is that Mayfield-Sheehan reached on either an infield single or an E5, whatever you want to call it, and then a balk moved him to second. It's a 1-1 count now to Max Kaufman. That's now a 1-2 count. So I'm terribly sorry about that. About that technical difficulty we just had. As that's a wild pitch and a delayed takeoff, but Sheehan is going to be allowed to get there. Everyone moving a little bit casually on that play. But it does put Sheehan at third with a 2-2 count to Kaufman. And that one, another wild pitch, but a favorable ricochet off the backstop. And Sheehan holds at third. Full count. And that's strike 3. Kaufman down on strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And up comes the catcher, number 21, Ellis Martino. First pitch going to miss, ball 1. Martino hits one foul up the third baseline, strike 1. I tell you, with the oddness of this game, you know, one of the other rare things we get to see with this is that Brookline first base coach Brian Sheehan is offering some pointers to Finn Collins, who is currently playing first base for Haverhill, as that one hits the zone for strike 2 to Martino. You know, it's not often that you're going to see a first base coach coaching the first baseman of the other team, but that's just the kind of weird game we got going here. Martino fouls it off, stays alive at 1-2. Got some dark clouds hovering around here at Warren. I think I heard a little bit of rumbling in the distance. That pitch gets away for ball 2. Again, Sheehan decides to hold at third. 2-2, the count to Martino. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Or no, they say a foul ball. Martino didn't think he'd gotten a piece of it and thought he had a chance to advance on a dropped third strike. but they say that his bat redirected it, so it's a foul ball. That was one of those rare instances where it looked like he might have had a chance to reach on the dropped third strike, but we reset at 2-2. And that one gets away, ball 3. Again, Sheehan just waiting at third. Swing and a miss. Martino goes down on strikes. Two down now, and up comes an extra hitter, number 24, Sasho Esch. First pitch going to miss, low and away, ball 1. Esch 0 for 0 so far today with a pair of walks. Now up with 2 down and a runner at third. Swing and a miss there, strike 1. That one misses, low and away, ball 2. That one's a strike, gets away from the catcher again. The runner holds. 2-2 now, the count to Esch. And Esch lifts one out to right field, and that's going to drop in. Sheehan trots home as Sasho Esch gets an RBI single. Well-placed ball as Esch loops one out to right. And Brookline still with a chance to trigger the mercy rule, but they're going to need Esch to come all the way around and score. He currently stands at first with 2 down. As we cycle around to the top of the order with the man who is now the pitcher for Brookline, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. Sawada, his last time up, popped out to short. 1 for 2 with a 1 for 2 with a single, a hit by pitch, 2 runs scored and an RBI. And Sawada fouls another one off, strike 2. Just a little behind these fastballs from number 7 as he keeps sending them up the left field side. And again behind on the pitch and again fouls it off. Sawada stays alive, 0-2. Wonder if maybe number 7 will go to an off speed to try and fool Sawada after he's been behind on these fastballs. Nope, sticking with the fastball as Sawada fouls it off. Still 0-2 as Sawada continues to battle. Oh, did he just get hit? Sawada is... Okay, now he's getting up. Making us nervous for no good reason. Laying on the ground like that. Give a guy a heart attack, why don't you? But that'll be Sawada's second hit-by pitch of the day as that got him around the legs. Now with runners at first and second, up comes the left fielder, number 3, Devin Chin. First pitch inside gets away. The runners are going to take off. Esch to third. Sawada to second. And Chin fouls that one off for strike one. Chin, his last time up, got an RBI single through the right gap. Another RBI here could potentially trigger the mercy rule. Like I said, I don't entirely know. You know, it's a scrimmage. It's been a weird day, so I don't know. Fouled off again, strike two. That one outside, ball two. 2-2. Now the count to Chin. Runners at second and third, 2 down. Brookline leads by 11. This at bat could decide whether or not we have a sixth inning. And he just barely gets a piece of it to stay alive. And that one skips away. Runners hold after a favorable ricochet. And it'll be a full count. A walk here wouldn't really change much other than creating a force at all of the bases. As Chin fouls that one off and stays alive. Count full, 2 down. Runners at second and third here in the bottom of the fifth. Brookline leads 12-1. Chin lifts one down the left field side. Looks like it's going to be foul, and it is. Just barely out of reach for the left fielder. And Chin hits a grounder up the first base side, and it's bobbled by Collins. Chin reaches, a run comes in to score. And it looks like we are going to play on through the mercy rule. And looks like they took Ben Doctoroff out of the batting order. As there's I saw what looked to be a brief flash in the sky. I mean, as it is, they're going to have to call this game eventually. But it looks like they're mixing up the batting order again and just sending Brendel to the plate. Skipping over Doctoroff. And it looks like we're not going to be going by the Lou Tompkins League mercy rule. All right, so coming to the plate will be Elias Brendel. I'm not sure what happened to Ben Doctoroff. First pitch to Brendel is going to be high for ball one. Sawada at third, Chin at first. 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth. That one's going to miss outside, ball two. Whoa. I think that one missed for ball three, and that was a big flash of lightning I just saw in the sky behind home plate. Doesn't look like any of the officials noticed. That one in the zone for strike one. Okay, it's a full count. I miscalled one of the balls. One of the pitches I thought was a ball was a strike. So it's a full count now to Brendel. And Brendel skies this one foul. Still a full count. That one inside, and ball four will load the bases. Now batting is number 15, Owen Hoffman. Hoffman fouls off the first pitch, strike one. I don't know if they're just planning to play to the end of this inning or something like that, but that's a high ball one. That's going to be ball two. Sawada at third, Chin at second, Brendel at first. That hits the zone, strike two. 2-2, the count to Hoffman. That one misses inside, ball three. Another ball would bring in a run on a bases-loaded walk. And that's strike three. And that will be the ball game. They're going to call it there. Don't know if it was because of the thunder and lightning or because of the score, or ultimately it doesn't really matter. Brookline got the win even before the game started. This one technically was a forfeit, but they still got to play a nice 5-inning scrimmage here, and on the scoreboard for that scrimmage, Brookline does take the win, 13-1. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Uncle Peter, did you just tune in? What are you doing? And for the record, no, they can't play longer. We're seeing lightning strikes in the distance. That's dangerous. But you can go back and watch the rest of this broadcast as soon as the stream is done here. So you'll still have some baseball you can watch. It'll be like you never missed it. But thank you all so much for tuning in today. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you to all those who brought the good vibes in the live chat today. Remember, after the stream is over, you can leave your comments in the comment section. You can go down to below to the description section to find the links for our local charity spotlight, Brookline Cares, as well as some links related to me, my personal website, jessesports.com. You can find out more about me, my freelance sports broadcasting services, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. You can also find my email, so you can just contact me directly with any questions or requests you may have. And you'll also find a link to my Instagram, where I post highlights from previous live streams, as well as the links to upcoming live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Brookline takes the win via forfeit and then takes the scrimmage win in 13 innings, 13-1. From Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.